Here we go, people, off to Bluebell, the return to Swan. Happy days. Can't wait, finally, fishing for a couple of 50s now. The Zed's always top on the list, obviously, don't come out, just a rare fish, it's just not a mug at all, don't ever get mugged off. It's lucky if it comes out once every couple of years. Real clever fish, like you see me explain last year. Can't wait to get down. I've been counting down the days until I can get back on Swan. The weather's right, feels right. We're coming into not a bad time of the month. The pressure's dropped, but we've still got a good temperature, fresh winds, everything's looking bang on. But obviously it's Swan, we know what can happen. Well, obviously I made it look a little bit easy last time, but it weren't, believe me. I really had to rack my brain to get them bites, and it weren't easy by any means. But we're back on Swan, and maybe a blank will be looming finally. So obviously 2017, I forget how many sessions I've done. I think I've done probably about 16 sessions now and still not blanked, so pretty incredible. I've had some good fish. I've had 330s and over 20s, so happy days. And it's time to fish for the real big gals now, and I'm so excited because these are really the creme de la creme of all carp. And so I'm just fishing for one bite now. If I can get one bite this session, on my first session back, well, that should give me the confidence to move forward, and I think we might be able to pinch another one of the big girls. Fingers crossed, they don't give themselves up easy. The water's gin clear, it's extremely weedy already. We're only in April still, and it's extremely weedy. The weed just didn't die off this winter for some reason. So I'm going to be up against it. It's thick Canadian, clear water, a lot of pressure from day ticket anglers. I've had a mate on who's been on there all year. He's done 40 nights and only had 3 carp. So, you know, and he's a decent angler. He's well above average. So I'm definitely up against it. But as always, I fancy my chances above everyone else. I do know the lake pretty well, which already puts me above other anglers. Yeah, but obviously getting on the fish could be a problem. It's going to be busy. I know it's going to be heaving. I last spoke to my mate last week, and there was 19 anglers on when he arrived. He made the numbers up to 20. So yeah, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but I think if I get a good game plan moving and get a good bait going in, keep the enzyme rolling through, I think we might conquer the quest of getting another AT member. So I'm excited as hell. I wish I could just click my fingers and get there, but I can't. It's just so annoying. I've still got to get petrol, I've still got to get milk. It's just a nightmare. I just want to get there now. I can't wait. I still got an hour journey there yet. I've probably got a nip onto Shelton's on the way there. Maybe I might try and hold off Shelton's until the way back, but we'll see. But I am dead eager, I must say. I've literally been counting down the days to get back on Swan. I love this place. Even if I'm not catching fish, I love it. So, and also, another thing I love, I've got my little companions back. Bluebell allowed dogs, and I've missed them. They've missed it. And I can't wait to get back. So I've got loads of nice food. You see me, I've got a new van, in fact. 3 seats in the front now. I just picked up this morning. So I've got my dogs back. My old Lucky Charm, Cow Pig, and Jessie, which is, she's grown pretty beastly, to be fair. She's nearly as big as her mum now. So we're going to get plenty of bulldog fighting, plenty of action from me, and hopefully a bit of action from some carp. Right, I'll give you an update when we get there, and we'll see what peg we get. And I'm going to have a long walk around and try and bleed a bit of information out of a few people, what's been going on the last month. But it looks good for a bite. If I can just pinch one bite this week, then we can definitely move forward from this, and that's a bit of confidence to lead out with. So happy days. I'm going to leave you with that because I'm dying to get going. The van's packed, everything's gone. Like I say, I've got to take a couple of pit stops on the way, but when I get there, you'll be sure to hear from me. I'll see you in a bit. Finally, we're here. Made our way through the traffic, picked up all my bits, an hour and 10 minutes later, and we're here. Bluebell Lakes, bring it on. Okay guys, right, I'm here. Sorry for the distorting. I know it's going to be distorting because it's quite windy, a lot windier than it actually looks. And it's pushing sort of, I'm going to say a warm northerly. Probably the warmest northerly wind we've had for the last couple of weeks, and yeah, the fish are right on the end of it. So that's why I'm trying to stay as far down to the bank as I can. So I'm on a slight hill here, look. So I'm staying far down. I'm actually going to get down even a bit more. So I've been pissing about a little bit. This corner is extremely weedy. I haven't been here since I was here last year, since you guys seen me fishing here in Shadow of the 50. And it's got even weedier, and it's silty, it's shitty. Dead leaves. I pulled in a couple of branches. Oh, did you see that? Let's see if we can get you a show on camera. There's a couple of big gals here as well. So more to the point, I found a few fish in this little corner. There you go, big head. Oh, can barely get out of the water. That one's a bit smaller. That was a good 30 or 40 pound common there. So basically I'm going to fill you in pretty quick. Let me zoom back out a bit. So I'm a bit excited now because I did have all 3 rods set, and then I hooked into a branch and it wiped all 3 of my rods out, bringing it in. But I've cleared all the snags down there now very quietly. I haven't disturbed the fish too much either. So I've done it with a little 1.5 ounce lead with a massive big size 2 hook on, and I was just sort of hooking things out very quietly and gently. Another fish just shouldered up there. Look at it going. Ooh. The fish seem to be attacking something, so I've put a zig out. So let me fill you in quickly. So the right hand rod has got a 6.5 foot zig out, and that's out about 35 yards. The middle rod is out 2.5 wraps, and that has got a single little white pop up, and I've just put a couple of little ensign chops around it. Not even chops, I've put little quarters, about 10 round there. Nothing major, just nice and dull. And I've just put a little white pop up on there because it is really crappy. Left hand rod is down. Can you see this duck? There, literally down there, but a rod length further out than that little duck down there. So that's out at about 3 wraps, and I've just put a little bit of fake maize on that, and I've scattered a couple of bits of maize around there and a couple of ensign chops. I'm just keeping things simple. I'm not going to start disturbing the swim, and when I say I scattered it, I was just literally flicking them in with my hands and chopping them up into the sizes I want, and happy days. And there's a few big fish here. A couple of the commons here can't even get out of the water, they're that colossal. So I'm buzzing to be back. Can you believe it? I'm back on my first session, and I'm bang on fish. So the rod's got about a couple of, well, the left hand rod is going to stay as it is tonight. I'm not going to disturb that now. I'm happy with how that landed. Oh, another one. I'm happy with the bait that's around that, that's in close. The middle hand rod I am going to put out longer, but and the right hand rod I am going to bring it in and take it off a zig and put it on the bottom, because I think these fish possibly might be feeding on tench eggs. But they're either herding small fry, feeding on tench eggs, or smashing a new hatch. I'm not sure which one it is, because obviously I've only been here a couple of hours, and it took me a little while to get ready. It's been a bit of a nightmare getting sorted, really. The old curse of the new van, I don't know, it's just not been right. But you know, I'll get used to it, I'm sure. But anyway, so all 3 rods are in position. I'm buzzing, and at any second now one of them rods could tear off. I'm not saying it will, but it could. I'm fishing on all 3 rods now. They're all just about on little clear spots. So happy days. I cannot do no more than that. It's in the hands of the carp now. We just need one to slip up. The water is gin clear. It's pushing a lot of weed into this corner, which is messing the lines up a bit. But oh, another big one, but they're getting closer. That one is 6 foot behind my middle rod. I've got a single little white pop up on that one. So right, I'm going to put the camera down now, and we're going to speak shortly. And I'll tell you what, in 5 minutes I'm going to get the pod out. I'm going to set the camera up on the pod, because I don't want to miss a bite, because it could be a bite of a lifetime. I'll see you in a bit. So guys, oh my god, did you just see that? That is a giant. That was a giant. As soon as I flipped the camera on, that was a beast. More to the point, guys, I have a fish. Can you believe it? So I just spoke to you, what, 6-7 minutes ago? I saw the fish out there a bit now. The second I switched the camera off, well, about 10 seconds after, the right hand rod just absolutely one-toned. It was incredible. And just fucking, it just did slow down. I'm just absolutely buzzing. Can you believe it? I've been here, what, I've had the rods in 2 hours, and I felt like there was a bite coming before I had to reposition the 2 right hand rods. And there you go, the right hand rod absolutely one-toned me. Got it in, got a decent common in the slick, and sorry about the wind here, but we're going to get her out now and have a weigh and have a look at her and see where she goes. See you in a bit. And here we are, guys. Yes, get in there. Oh God. Got to think, people fish on Swan Lake. You know, obviously, occasionally, every now and then you can have a few fish on Swan, but in general, the place is rock hard and you can fish here for 2 weeks and not get a bite. And I've managed to get a bite, and I think there's only been one fish out in the last 3 days, 1 or 2 little ones out in the last 3 days between the whole lake, probably 20 anglers. And I get here within 2 hours, bang on. So it looks like I'm going to continue my insane streak of non-blanks, and let's have a look at a real nice wily old common. Oh God, what a creature, beautiful, absolute stunning fish. Fin perfect as they always are. Mouth looks like it's barely seen a hook in it as usual. Oh, I feel absolutely incredibly lucky to have caught this fish. And if you know, and you do watch my videos regularly, you know I don't take any fish for granted. I treat every bite like it could be my last bite, and I enjoy the run just as much as the first run I ever had. I'm going to get up, I'm going to have a quick look now. Just under 26 pounds, but an absolute stunner. Wow, what a beautiful fish. Yes boy, I said there's going to be a bite in it, and I still think there could be another bite in it. Got the other rod back out, bang on spot first time. The other 2 rods didn't disturb them lines. So, and I did see, I've seen another 2 shows since this fish, and we're going to get her up and have a look at her. Ah, look at that! Yes! Oh, I'm buzzing. The return to Bluebell is paid off already. I don't care if I blank for the next 4 weeks on here now. For me, this fish has made my whole trip an absolute dream. It's just epic, epic fish. For me, these have to be some of the best looking carp in the country, period. I don't care what anyone says, and anyone that don't agree, well, you're just not a carp angler if you don't agree with that. Yes, thank you, you stunning old wily fox. Beautiful. And I hope you guys keep enjoying my videos. I think the videos keep improving, and I keep trying to give you guys a bit more footage, and yeah, happy days. What a creature, what an absolute creature. Look at that in the sun, it's warm northerly. I managed to get on the end of it, and I'm reaping the benefits of it. Give you a show of the other side, which is absolutely perfect again. Oh man, I really don't care if I blank for 4 weeks, and I'm not, honestly not lying. But there you go. Lovely. One epic, epic fish. Perfectly proportioned. Probably get a little fatter over the next 4 weeks as it starts filling with spawn. Looks like it could possibly be a female or a male fish. It's a bit tough to tell with this one. Either way, I'm made up. Get your little fin up, girl. And I'm gonna slip this beautiful little girl back and finally set the house up. So guys, I'll see you in a bit. Oh. Well guys, it's 8:30 now. And yeah, I've just sorted the rods back out, swapped a few rigs about, had a few changes, and put a bit of bait in as well. So I put about, I don't know, 18 to 25 spoms out, midi size, full up to the brim. That's over a double spot. Hold on, see if I can get better. focus on that. And then over another single spot I put about 7 or 8. Just keeping things simple. The fish moved out and backed off this wind, but I'm sure they'll be back tomorrow, and when they do I'll be ready and all the traps set. But as you can see, the wind's still coming in here and it is freezing. Although it is a warm northerly, I've gone and left all my hoodies at home like a plonker. The new van is the curse of the new van over there. Usually I'd have like 4 spare hoodies, which I have actually left in my van, which I unpacked this morning. So just with a bit of hood around your face, it goes a long way in these cold northerlies. So I'm going to have a little wander around and see my mate. He's a couple of pegs up, and I ain't seen him for a few months. And we're going to go and have a cup of tea and a little chat, because he's been on here for like 40 nights this year. And he's going to fill me in on a few little bits and pieces and a few stories, I'm sure. And yeah, I just can't wait to get out of this wind. Jesus, it's freezing. But I shall see you in the morning. And you never know, it is swan. Yeah, I might not get another fish for another 2 nights I'm here, but there's also plenty of big girls in here. We'll soon find out. I'll speak to you in the morning. See you in a bit. Just a quick one, people. I'm outie. Rods are gone. Just got to drop the bivvy, I'm moving. Don't feel right anymore. I've hung it out. It's 5:30 now, so I've got about 2 hours before dark. And I just don't feel right. I don't even feel like tomorrow I can get a bite. So and the weather looks bang on for tomorrow, and I don't want to ruin a lovely day like tomorrow. You don't get many days like that in a year. So I'm off into a different peg where I think I can do more than points. I'll see you when I'm there and give you a little update. See you in a bit. So here we are, peg number 2 of the trip. So I've just set up everything, got all the rods re-clipped up, everything, and decided to move again. So I've literally got half an hour. I've just got the rods in up there. It's another 2 pegs down up that way, so I've got to be quick. So move number 3 in a 48 hour. Hopefully it'll pay off. I feel I'm a bit closer. I've seen 2 shows, so I've just moved. Didn't have none of the rods in. I had everything set up here, but I'm now on the move again, and hopefully when the next update, yeah, I'll be settled in cosy in the next peg up. See you in a bit. Wow, here we are. Sat down the other end of the lake now. 3rd move of the session, and it's the last morning. Not too much to report on really, apart from the fact I've seen about 15 shows and still not had a bite. I've only seen 2 direct shows over the baited area, but they're definitely in the vicinity. It's still like 7:30 in the morning. Bite time should continue all day today. I ain't got to be off till 3 or 4 o'clock time, so still every chance of pinching a bite. I will not be touching the rods until I go home. And that's all I can really do really. I'm just trying to figure the place back out. I've created two spots now, so I can either jump down the end where I've started off the session and add that 25 common, or I can come back up here and get back on this spot now, and they should have cleaned it properly by next week. So I'm just keeping my options open, creating different areas in different parts of the lake, so I don't ever have to come and disturb and let out. When I see fish, I can just get bang on the spots. I think that's key to tackling these pressured day ticket carp. But it's a glorious day. First bit of sun we've seen in 2 or 3 days, and I don't think it's going to stop the fish feeding. I think this early morning sun tends to get them on it, if anything. But having said that, I do hope the cloud cover does push over that we are expecting. Don't mind a bit of sunlight, but within the hour it's meant to be a bit of cloud cover. You can see it just coming over the back there, pushing over, which should give us a nice bit of cover. So last morning, things are looking promising, traps are set. I'm glad I made the move, because I've seen a lot of fish up here. and I've seen no fish up the other end because I've still been able to see that part of the lake. And my mate also, who's coming up the other end, definitely made the right move, and we'll see if it pays off. And one more bite will be just an absolute miracle because the place is fishing rock hard. Rock hard. I've just been speaking to a few other old members that I used to know when I used to be knocking about these ways, and none of them are catching at all. The place is completely locked up. I think it's done one good hit this year. Someone had 5 fish, and that's about all it's done. So the fish are being very cagey, as they often are here on Swan, which is making me believe I'm going to have to pull all the stops out to get the bites I need on here. I'll walk down. It's a bit of a tight peg. It's a new peg that Jim's built this year. It's a bit tight on the bivvy. You can't really see the water and that, but the traps are set. Got a nice chop on. You always want a nice chop out here, but majority of the fish have been out that way, and I'm out here somewhere. So I don't really know what to say. Well, the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm happy with the 25 I caught. That's an epic carp, and I'm just doing my own work right now. I've been up since both mornings. I've been up at 5, watching the lake constantly, and I'm already getting to know what's going on around here, what lines they're using, what routes they're taking, what layers of the water they're at certain times of the morning, and I think that's very important on Swan. But I'm going to leave you with that now, and I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and sit and enjoy a bit of this sun, and I will report to you before I leave. I'm going to have a little chat then, and hopefully before with a fish or a bite, who knows. I'll see you in a bit. Well guys, that's it for now. Week 1's finally come to an end. Nothing else happened. Typical Swan, just shut up shop. But it is what it is, I guess. But I've got a lot of homework done. Mapped out 4 pegs in total. This one here and the next 2 up, and a peg down the bottom. So it's not a bad week. 2 nights, had a fish, which was what I was after in the first weekend away. I mapped out 4 pegs, found various areas, and put bait in to clean. So happy days. Hopefully I can work with that over the coming weeks. And I'll be back next